It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns, and it comes your way next.
It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? In a game like this.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's funny, throughout the season, we keep hearing from different coaches and players about the so-called rules, and it's different for each position. But as a quarterback, throwing across your body is supposed to be a rule that you're not supposed to break, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially with a guy coming knocking you to the ground like that.
I think he was fortunate that didn't get intercepted, fell to the ground incomplete, but you got to really be careful about that one. Yeah, you can break it every now and then. As a general rule, don't throw across your body.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. A give running right is Chubb. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 32-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Complete to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, James Prochet. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it at the 37. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. You could tell he was searching for a hole, trying to find a running lane. There just was none to be found.
Yeah, that's because the big guys in the middle are just clogging everything up. Might want to think about stretching the line splits out a little bit. Make those guys cover a little bit more ground. Maybe you'll find some more room for your runners.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 42 yards for Nick Chubb as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
32-yard line.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Third down, here's Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third down and 6. Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. Taking it about the 36. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it in with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
The Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Burrow. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
Burrow on play action. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Play action. It's Burrow.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
83 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Watson on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a first down throw. Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. And Chubb try the middle here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
They set up the screen to Chubb. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 7 yards there and a first down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now Burrow on first down. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Burrow will throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. So the completion good for just 3.
And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Moss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Burrow.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase there to make the grab. And the Bengals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now it's Watson and the Browns.
Down 13-10, a minute 24 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
Watson to throw. Completes to Njoku.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Watson. Pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. To throw, Watson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watson.
This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Should be the final act of this one.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.